Hey guys, so I had a reviewer request a video to do a tutorial on how to use the Benefit 10 Duo Highlight and Bronzer. And so I'm going to go through sort of the two ways that I would apply my bronzer using this duo. And they're really simple. It requires one of two brushes. Either you're going to use a large powder brush like this. This one's from Sephora. It's the rounded powder brush number 49, but any powder brush like this would do. And the other is by using an angled brush like this. This one happens to be the Sigma SS168. Or you could do something like, I do have Benefit Slant Powder Brush. It's like this. They're very similar brushes, just different color bristles, and this one is a little bit bigger. This one's real hair and this one's synthetic hair. This one I got from Ulta. This one I bought online from Sigma. You could really use any kind of slanted brush, but these are just the two that I have. So if you can look at the palette, one side is a bronzer and the other is a highlight, and they both have a little bit of shimmer to them. The highlight is a really light pinky sort of white color, and the bronzer is your standard kind of light brown, golden brown with little flecks of shimmer in it. I really like this duo. I think it's really easy to use. The first way that I'm going to apply the bronzer, and I'm going to do one half of my face one application and the other a different application, would be using the large powder brush. And I think this is in general pretty much a foolproof way to apply bronzer. What we're going to do is the sort of standard 3 application, and I'm going to use this large brush. Now you can see that this brush is pretty large in comparison to this palette. What I'm going to do is kind of press the brush a little bit so that it becomes kind of like a line, and I'm going to lightly sort of dab it in the bronzer. So you can see, I don't know if you can see up close, that there is some product on there. I think applying your makeup in the order of foundation, powder, bronzer, blush, and then highlight is the easiest way to sort of apply this duo. So I've got this on the brush, and what I'm going to do is going to go across my cheeks like this in a 3 type of fashion. So where you kind of naturally would be hit by the light. So I'm going to go across my forehead just like this. Is the side that I added the powder to, and from what I can tell in the mirror on myself, I can see that I do have a nice sort of golden color to my face in the areas that I want the bronzer to be the darkest. So you kind of want to go across your forehead, across your cheek, and down the side of your face. Across your forehead, across your cheek, down the side of your face. So you're getting the areas of your face that are going to be naturally sun-kissed. Now, if I go much darker in real person, I'm probably going to look a little bit scary, but I don't think that you can really tell very well on the video. So I'm going to just apply it a little bit darker. So I have a lot of bronzer on my face right now, but I've done it a little bit darker, hoping that you could see that there's a difference in the video. So then I would apply my blush, and I'm going to use Cupid. I'm going to use the MAC 129 for blush. Get a little bit on there, smile, and sort of apply it to the apples of your cheeks. Okay. So now that the shower curtain's back in place, I'm going to take my MAC 129 and my Cupid Clinique blush, and I'm just going to kind of apply it. I'm going to smile and apply the blush to the apples of my cheeks. So you don't want any strong, harsh lines, and if you feel like you do, what I would do is kind of clean off the powder brush that you used before and just kind of go over it to kind of blend it out. Last step in using the duo is going in with the highlight. I'm going to take a slant brush, and I just happen to grab the Sigma SS168, and you're going to go in the product, pick up a little bit, and then you're going to kind of apply it up in this area here, and you can actually go even kind of around. So you're going to kind of go across like this. Alright, I don't know if you can see, but my face probably looks a little bit more shiny here, and that's because of the highlight. So the highlight's going to create sort of this reflective property on your face. Now, the next way that I would apply this duo is just using a slant brush like this and probably a blush brush. And this is for a more contoured look. So I'm going to use the same Sigma SS168, and I've stuck the brush into the bronzer. And like I said, I'm going to apply this darker than I normally would. So I'm going to do this on the other side, and where I would apply this is sort of the same way to sort of the areas where you're going to naturally be sun-kissed. So that would be sort of like the sides of your forehead. And you don't want any kind of harsh lines with this, so you want to kind of blend it out. And then if you want to do kind of a little bit more contoured look, so you would kind of suck your cheeks in so that you can see where your cheekbones are. And since I have a pretty rounded face, you can't really see where my cheekbones are other than if I kind of suck in like a fish, which looks pretty silly, but if you do that, that will help you kind of find where you need to go with your line. So what I'm going to do is going to go across my cheek, right underneath my cheekbone. So I'm going to go kind of in a line like this, from my lip to sort of the back of my ear. And then I'm going to carry that slightly up in kind of like a curved fashion so that it goes up to sort of where I added the bronzer in my forehead. So you can see now I have this kind of line here on the side of my face. Now I don't want to leave it just like that, but that's going to help sort of contour my face to sort of bring in the shape of my face. It'll make it look a little bit slimmer. And so what I'm going to do is kind of blend it out now down a little bit so that we don't have a super harsh line. Just kind of like that. And then the last step with the bronzer is to go underneath your jawline a little bit, making sure to blend really nicely. So if I cover this side of the face, you can see that I've got just a little bit of sun-kissed here. I've gone down the cheek on the side, so I have this kind of strong angled line, and then I've gone slightly underneath. And then, same as the other technique, I'm going to go in with my MAC 129 and my blush, and I'm going to smile, apply the blush to the apples of my cheeks, kind of moving up backwards towards the rest of my face. Then I'm going to take a slant brush. This time I grabbed the Benefit Slant Powder Brush, and I'm going to go in with a highlight now. I'm going to take the angled brush, stick it in the highlight, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. So I'm going to go kind of across, right above where I put my blush. So right kind of up in here. And then you can carry it up and around your kind of eye socket area, kind of like that. Or you can just go here. But this is these are my two recommendations for using this type of palette. I hope that was helpful. I know it's kind of hard to tell the difference in the light here, but I have a lot of bronzer on. I definitely have a lot of color on, and so you can basically just sort of. I hope that you can use the brush stroke techniques that I did to sort of help guide you in sort of applying the makeup. So I hope this was helpful for you. And please keep requesting videos. I'm happy to make videos for people if you're needing help with something, especially for ideas, because I definitely do run out of ideas for things sometimes. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.